next speaker is Diego from University of Paderborn, who is also affiliated with the AKSW research group. Diego, I'm about to give you the presenter role, and the floor is yours.
So, hi. Let me just make it full screen. I always forget how it. Oh, it's this. Stop. Okay, I guess you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, cool. So basically, my name is Diego. Welcome to my talk. Today, I'm going to introduce you, just to give you an overview of the Portuguese DBpedia, how we are trying to create a national knowledge graph. It has been quite difficult, but I'm going to show you how we are trying to do so. And I belong, as Milan has just told you, I belong to the Paderborn University and Leipzig University. And currently I'm leading the Portuguese DBpedia along with Pablo and two professors in Brazil. We are without an infrastructure person, but we are managing this somehow. And now we are, since 2018, we have 20 more contributors, basically students in general. So these are basically the institutions. We also have, you don't need to speak Portuguese to make part of our community. I mean, we can talk in English and work together in the research direction and also projects. So we are looking for more members. And basically, this talk is about this, how good are we in Brazil in terms of linked data? We are at, I mean, after some research, we are good at some degree. We are between 3 stars and 4 stars, but far from being 5 stars, which means everything linked. So this is the current index according to the Open Knowledge ranking. And okay, we are there in the last position. I mean, not the last in this ranking, but the 8th position. So together with New Zealand, I mean, we provide a lot of open data sets, but they are not converted and linked. So here, if you look for some open data sets in the Brazilian government, I mean, the website, you can see that we have around, I mean, almost 7,000 data sets, but they are just, okay, in the open format. They are in CSV, JSON, but they are not linked. Some are already linked, but I mean, the majority is not. It's not. So, but for example, we have the largest soil data set, and it would be amazing to link this data set with other data sets around the globe pertaining to the same subject and also using DBpedia as a hub. We also have the healthcare in Brazil, the largest healthcare in South America, and the data is open as well. So the goal is to convert these and connect to DBpedia and also the other knowledge graphs. Augusto Hellman has carried out a survey recently, and you can find some information in the GitHub repo. So there, all the 7,000 data sets that I listed, he also listed there and also showed already some conversions. And but who are the main adopters? Basically, universities, us. And this is just a GitHub screenshot showing that from that 7,000, we have already converted some. I mean, we got to one of the largest, like the EBGE, it's a geographic information from Brazil and also from South America. We also have the healthcare we converted, and also the security numbers and things. I mean, take into account, of course, or everything that's open there, we converted, not personal information. And for example, here in the Federal University of Rio, they converted some, they connected DBpedia with the EBGE, I mean, the one that I have just shown you. And in terms of agrotoxins, so showing, because Brazil is one of the main exporters in regarding food, and but make these information available, for example, to Germany, because they are very interested in this subject. And also, but we not only have universities, but we have some institutes. So basically, quite recently, the Public Ministry of Rio, they are converting their data sets to the link open data, so connecting and linking. And also we have the Go Fair office in Brazil, which also takes care of Vodan, which basically is corona, virus disease data set. I think you might be aware of this. And this is basically some use cases that can become some business opportunities. So we have, apart from the Portuguese applications that we created, like DBpedia Spotlight, RDF2PT and MAG, the multilingual entity link as well, like along with the DBpedia Spotlight. We also created 2 journalists using DBpedia. So one, which is one hot topic, I guess everybody knows that the fire in Amazon. So along with the Brazil, and the whole Brazil, not only in Brazil, but the Ecuador or the other that shares the Amazon forest. I'm not talking about the company, but the forest here. And so these journalists use the information coordination from the linked one of the projects in Leipzig University, which we have the coordination of, the locations, and connect to DBpedia, and then we verbalize this in Portuguese to users, to normal, lay users, and then we do the same with Corona Reporter. But only the Mata Reporter. Mata means basically grass or something like in this sense, and is basically now using DBpedia Corona. We are extending to report the number of cases in Brazil, and apart from the government, and also not only Brazil, but we plan to also in the South America. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for this presentation, and I'm open to questions.
Thank you, Diego. Maybe we have time for one very quick question.
Yeah, I have a question. So normally linked data has also an incentive system for in the making for business things. Now you presented maybe the academic part or the public part, which is also fine. But the question is this funded? So you just mentioned one of the ministry that is interested in providing their data as linked data, right? But the other things are more like on the community level.
We have this one used by, it's part of a call between the European Union and Mercosul, in Brazil. But I agree with you. It has been quite difficult to convince companies and make this business in Brazil pertaining to show, okay, this is linked open data. But what we are planning is to get some funding from the government, as for example, the one that I showed you with the public ministry of Rio. So I have just got in touch with them and trying to get some funding or some investment, think like this in terms of, support or are acting like a consultant or using some of our tools. Yeah, but I agree, it has been quite difficult. We are trying to make business there. Yeah,
because this new identifier system, so we already included links to DivBot, which are commercial. It's basically data marketing as well, right? So it serves as a GPS, not only to find the authoritative data. So the ministry should be behind this, because it is the fourth production factor, yeah. And so it's like free knowledge for all companies, and it makes many things go smoother. Yeah, like productivity is rising by this. But for the companies, there's this thing of helping other companies, public institutions, to getting linked data. So there's the business opportunity there, and then also having links to their own services. Yeah.
Sure, I'm quite happy to talk about this with you, you about this. Yeah, and also I have just got in touch with them, but I plan to to schedule a meeting, and maybe we can go further and try to arrange something with the public ministry of Rio.
Yeah. No, I mean the way you know what I mean. So
Yep.
DBpedia had a lot of funding issues, so probably cross-funded from other projects, which was fine for 10 years and supported by a community. But we should really to make this reliable and well working and things like that. There should be another type of model now, and not something where we take donations or anything. I was thinking more about ICANN or Nominet or DENIC, the companies, the non-profits that organize the internet, where you register.
I see.
Yourself, yeah. These are also non-profit companies, and they kind of keep the competition fair on the market and things like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, totally agree.
And this should be the business model. So just having one-time funded projects is maybe okay. Then they are over again. But we should build something really stable.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, maybe in this direction, there will be very soon organized DBpedia chapter meeting. And there, I guess this is a topic for a larger discussion, right? Yeah. Okay. So we
thank you, Sebastian. We're going to send a message to you, and then we can continue.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, no, sure.
Thanks, Diego.